but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Standing in, Alec Bohm, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. Cabrera waits on it, 1 down.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Stepping up to the plate, Phil Gosselin. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg. The pitcher's owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. Heading out towards shallow right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Third.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled away. Here's the 0-1. Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. Sir Anthony Dominguez gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that get hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
Low roller, and he barehands it. Hats off to that one.
Batting second, the shortstop, Luis Garcia.
Stepping in, Luis Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Harper, still going back. Into the second deck and gone. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Here now is Juan Soto.
Batting third, the left.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth.
Stepping in, Eric Thames comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. In there, and it's 0-1. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Now at the plate, JT Realmuto. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category.
And not surprisingly, he's also near the top of the league in slugging percentage, which means not every ball's leaving the yard. A lot of extra base hits in this guy's arsenal.
fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
Romuto behind with an 0-2 count now. Two-strike pitch from Strasburg. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he rips it on the ground to second, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan, they don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Roll, when you've come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he clearly couldn't make up his mind on that one coming in. A swing and a miss. Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 35 now on the season. And it's given the Phils a 2-1 lead.
Man, you could tell by the sound of that one off the bat, that was going a long way.
Batting 7, the left fielder, number 22, Andrew.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. On to first, and there are 2 down. So next to the plate for the Phils, Adam Hazley. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far, and he's collected a pair of hits. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In the air out to left. Soto is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. Digging in, Starlin Castro. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Here's the catcher, Juan Gomes, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Gomes stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Here comes another 0-2. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, and that's in there. Base hit.
Well, that's just the case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout, so that's a nice piece of hitting.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Welcome to my world right here, batter. I've seen this 0-2 count way too many times. Hittable pitch in the middle of the zone, you take one. Slider in the dirt, you come unglued. Now you got to step out of the box. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Hazley is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Hey, I don't care what league you're in, American, National, if you're playing on Mars. If you get a heater down the middle of the plate as an 8-hole hitter, you better be swinging the bat.
High in the air out to center field. Hazley will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. One left for Washington. They're down 2-1. Standing in, Sir Anthony Dominguez, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Now here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Takes this the other way to right. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
So now to the plate, Alec Bohm. He hits it hard on the ground to the left. And that is through into left field, a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Phil Gosselin is in for the 2nd time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0.
Holy smokes. That's the first ball they've taken the entire game so far. They're swinging at everything.
1-1 the count. From the belt, the pitch. On a line to shortstop. Now at the plate, Bryce Harper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fouled off. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. Next will be the cleanup hitter, JT Romuto. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. He's set. The 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And he chased it in the dirt. Gomes has it. And the throw to first ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this.
We're back now as the Nationals ready to bat in the 3rd inning. And as they do, it's a good time to discuss their offense, which has been a real source of pride for this club. Entering the day, they're among the best teams in the league in avoiding the strikeout. I asked one coach about that earlier, and he said it's not something they harp on too much with the players, but they do have a lineup full of guys who want to compete on every pitch and who have great bat-to-ball skills. He added, not every team is so lucky to have that kind of makeup. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for Washington.
First pitch on its way. Steven Strasburg is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1.
That's a ball. 1-1.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Goslin onto the grass. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Now in the box, Adam Eaton. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And gone up into the second deck. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year as the Nationals have battled back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Luis Garcia is at the plate as he watches ball 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. 1-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. Popped him up. Hoskins is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting.
Juan Soto to the plate now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. High pop up. Bohm over to his right. And that's the 3rd out. But the Nationals are able to tie. At the plate, Didi Gregorius. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Right fielder looking up to the track, to the wall. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 28 on the season as the Phillies move out in front 3-2.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
The first baseman, number 17.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1. And right into the shift. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now as he'll lift it up in the air. This is back behind second. Making the play here is Harrison, and there are 2 away now. Stepping into the box, Adam Hazley. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set, and the pitch. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. The 1-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and Philadelphia's taken a 3-2 lead. Striding in now for the Nats, Eric Thames, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Just off the plate and high, ball 1.
1-1.
A 1-1 is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone. Solo shot to right center. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Nationals have drawn even now at 3-3. Here's Starlin Castro. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Matty V, this is turning into Home Run Derby Part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of missed locations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
3-1.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. There's ball 4. At the plate, Juan Gomes. He reached on a single in his first try. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1. Fastball right back to the mound. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
The batter, number 5, second baseman,
Josh Harrison stands in. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But the Nationals are able to tie things up on this solo. New inning set to get underway, and next will be the pitcher, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Here comes the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
now batting. The third baseman.
Digging in once again, Alec Bohm. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
It's no wonder this guy's pitch count is so low. If they keep swinging on the first pitch, he's got a real chance to go deep into this one.
The 0-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as you see there, he currently tops the Phillies in that department. Into the box, Phil Gosselin. A swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. Cabrera has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper, and he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Dan, it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game that's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. 0-1 count and the pitch. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Eaton going back, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. Home half of the 5th coming up, tied at 3-3. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring in the switch hitting former All-Star Asdrubal Cabrera. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Hazley is there to take it, and they're able to take care of Cabrera on just a single pitch. 1 gone for the Nationals in the 5th, and that'll bring up the pitcher Stephen Strasburg. Out in front of it, strike 1. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Again, another foul ball.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Adam Eaton is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. This is line to left. McCutchen is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nationals gone in order. 5 innings complete, all tied 3-3. All set for the start of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, JT Realmuto. From the stretch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Drives it out to deep right center field. After it is Eaton. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Now the pitch. Didi swings and belts a ball to right field. This is carrying well. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game as they take the lead 4-3. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
In now, Andrew McCutchen. And Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike one.
There's a slogan that's throwing too many strikes. That might be the case for this guy in this outing right here. So far, not pitching all that well, but 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Line drive to left. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Adam.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
50th pitch of the game on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. This is pulled into right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now. On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager. And that's going to do it now for Steven Strasburg. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Gene Segura will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Down the first baseline. Cabrera's up with it. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch, and the inning is over. Phillies get one in the frame, courtesy of this solo. Jose Alvarado enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the sixth. Luis Garcia will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep, and it's gone into the home bullpen. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. Do you guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Yeah, Matty, it's scorching out right now, and they always say when the weather gets hot, the ball starts traveling. Dan, what's your take?
That's exactly what happens, D-Road. Come out of spring training in a lot of the places, it's a little damp, it's a little cold, but when it starts to heat up and get hot and humid, it definitely plays right into the hands of the hitters, and they're taking advantage of the conditions today.
No hits to this point. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. But the Nationals are able to tie things up on this solo home run. Top of the order. Ready for another shot now, Alec Bohm. And he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in on it is Eaton. He can't get to it. That's a leadoff single. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, he'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
To the plate now, Phil Gosselin. Fouled away. We could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Has a look, now the pitch. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 home. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way to do it.
Here's Bryce Harper now. And it's fouled away. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 the count to Bryce Harper. Into right field. That's a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
Ready once again, JT Realmuto. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Here's the first pitch to him. This one's down to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. Now a long throw home. He's in there at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 7th.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Didi Gregorius. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Comes set with the 0-1. Pops this one up. Making the play here is Harrison, and there are 2 away now. Rhys Hoskins will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is the right fielder to the track, and it's into the bullpen. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game, and they double him up. It's 8-4. Austin Voth will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Thames is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. It's the Phillies 8 and the Nationals 4. In now for Washington, Yan Gomes. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hazley will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. And that'll bring up Josh Harrison. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. 0-1 the count. Hit on the ground to third. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting.
Striding in as Dribble Cabrera, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. In there at the knees, strike 1. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
After 2 great pitches, he has
got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 3 out. Start of the 8th on its way, but first Heidi Watney standing by with this report.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Contrary to the usual strategy of working the count, they've been jumping all over the first pitch they're seeing. And that has translated into a bunch of hits. And more importantly, runs on the scoreboard.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
1 pitch, 1 swing of the bat, and they've got a man in scoring position just like that. On the mound, he's probably happy it stayed in the yard. He jumped all over the first thing he saw and almost got to round the bases.
Scott Kingery will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Scott Kingery.
Swing and a liner. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. Now a 9-4 ball game.
The batter is 8, second base, Phil Johnson.
At the plate, Phil Gosselin pops this one up. And that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Obviously, they got a little over-aggressive there. When you've got the lead like this, you can afford to do that a little more. We'll see if that lost run ends up being a factor at all.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Daniel Hudson will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Howie Kendrick will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, JT Realmuto. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Bone, the runner at third. Gosselin at second. Harper at first. 1 gone. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Standing in now, Didi Gregorius. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Cue shot here out towards short. He'll go the short way to Kendrick at second, and that'll be that. So 1 run here on 5 base hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. Not too many more shots left, home half of the 8th. Spencer Howard is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 83.
Settling in now, Howie Kendrick. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the break. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Adam Eaton. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. So striding forward now, Luis Garcia. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it 1 bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. They trail it here 9-4. Will Harris enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Rhys Hoskins will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. Eaton is under it. 1 away.
The left fielder, number 20.
So striding in, Andrew McCutchen. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Now the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Now another 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out. Digging in and looking for more, Adam Hazley. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Phillies down in order. They're on top, however, 9-4. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And digging into bat next, the ever-dangerous Juan Soto.
The left fielder, Juan.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
A ball and a strike now. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Pitch on the way. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat, and that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work. But I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Eric Thames comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he looks at a curveball that falls in. 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Starlin Castro stands in as he looks at a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Last strike now for the Nats. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. He brings it in, and the Phillies have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
Final line.
And this ball